In Season 4, there was plenty of controversy on who really deserved One for All, Mirio or Deku. A lot of people's argument is a scene where Deku and Mirio see Overhaul and Eri on the streets. I'm going to talk about that scene and discuss who was right in that situation. First, let's watch a few seconds of the video and then discuss.
ご迷惑をおかけしました。ではお仕事頑張って。
待って。深追いすれば余計に捉えづらくなる。さあの指示を仰ごう。
Now that we watched the video, let's talk about who is right in the situation, Mirio or Deku. Short answer, Deku was morally correct, but Mirio was correct in the chances of success with the predicament. Now let's elaborate on this. Deku was obviously morally correct. No one can argue that. As a hero and or a person, it's right to save anyone regardless of age, sex, race, class, and so on. Deku takes it a step further and saves anyone and everyone, even if they're a villain. But yes, Deku's immediate thought was to save the girl. It was also wise to save her specifically because she was a huge part of Overhaul's plan. If they saved her, they wouldn't have just saved a person from a terrible situation. They would have been putting Overhaul's plan to a halt. They needed her to make the quirk-erasing bullets. Mirio not saving her was correct in the situation because saving her might have killed a lot of bystanders. If you're going to save her, you want to make sure she is saved without anyone dying. It was easier to save her in the underground because no civilians were near, whereas they first encountered him on the streets, and they had no clue on his quirk, so they could have lost and possibly died. If this was All Might, then yes, saving her would have been easy. Overhaul would have never had a chance to touch him because he is so quick. Deku and Mirio at this point of the story were not fast enough to quickly snatch her from him and run away. And on top of that, they might have lost. Deku beat Overhaul only because of Eri powering him up, and Mirio was stronger than him, but Overhaul's pretty smart. During their fight, he used Eri as a shield. On the streets, he would have used innocent bystanders like he did Eri. He is strong and smart. I know many would have said, well, if he's a real hero like All Might, he would have forgotten the situation and saved the little girl. And on paper, it looks bad what Mirio did, but honestly, he made a quick decision which led him to safely getting intel needed to eventually save her, but sadly had Night Eye's life. He was happy with the decision that Mirio made, and that was a decision Night Eye would have made too. If you're gonna save the girl, you better have the power to stop him as well as limit destruction so no one else gets hurt. I can understand either side, but I agree with Mirio's thinking than Deku's. Just Mirio's is a lot more safer, and Deku's is just acting emotional, whereas Mirio, he quickly analyzed the situation, and I would say it was the right call. And lastly, you imagine if Mirio would have gotten One for All?